Are you ready for El Paso's first and longest-running high school football show? This is the Borderland Blitz.
Blitzers! Welcome to Week 10 of the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. Friday night football under the lights, and we're at that critical point of the season. I'm Danny Mata, and he feels like he's falling down every time he sits down.
The chair is a little squeaky. Anyways, that's just because I'm really high up. But I'm also known as Luke Liddon. The playoff picture, it's getting clear. With only one more week to play, which teams have a clear path to the postseason? So let's go ahead and get to our starting lineup. Our game of the week, Parkland and El Dorado, each team with only one loss. The winner clinches a playoff spot in the always chaotic District 1-6A.
We'll also clear up the district playoff pictures in 1-5A and 2-5A. Las Cruces takes on Oñate, the Field of Dreams. Oñate has to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And we won't get too serious on you. We'll have our War of the Week coming up later in the show. It's all coming up on the latest episode of the Borderland Blitz.
When El Dorado lost their quarterback, Austin Hill, in the Eastwood game, there were some serious questions about how well the team could get by. Well, they've responded well. They've won their last two games, and the story has been the defense. The Aztecs have allowed just 7 points in their last two games.
Sergio Gonzalez running the ball well. El Dorado is playing well. And how about Franklin? A bunch of injuries, 3 players moved away, but they keep winning. Brandon Mueller, Gunnar Romney, the great equalizers, and Coach Walker's done a great job with the team. Could they make a statement and beat El Dorado? Franklin and El Dorado is our game of the week. Let's go to the sack. The winner clinches a playoff spot. First quarter, El Dorado strikes first. Cedarius Barfield. He is a backup quarterback. He keeps it himself. Look at this. Doesn't look like a backup. Breaking ankles all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. 7-zip El Dorado. Later, Barfield again. This time for 46 yards out. Are you sure this guy is a backup? Because I am sensing a theme here. Touchdown. And, boy, Barfield, you know, you see it with the legs. There's no way he's the full package, right? He's a backup. He doesn't look like a backup. That's a 47-yard touchdown pass to George Hernandez. Aztecs up 21-0. They were up on Franklin early and often. They go on to win this game 70-28. Your final score, El Dorado clinches a playoff spot.
You know, we started off a little rocky, and it's been some ups and some downs, but they finally come together, and they're playing as a team. More than anything, we played really good defense, we played really good offense, and we played really good special teams.
Impressive win for El Dorado. By the way, you know, you saw the 28 points they allowed. Yep. A lot of that was when the game had already been decided. So that El Dorado defense, again, continuing to improve.
70 points again. We could go on and
they're
on.
Scoring. They look absolutely great. Eastlake, 3-2 in district play. Parkland is 3-2. Behind them, Hanks and Bel Air both at 2-3. So the playoff picture isn't close to being set there.
Yeah, not even close at all. Hanks and Bel Air have a chance to even their record along with the loser of this game. When it comes to a big-time game, this is about as important as it gets. Let's go to Parkland High School. Eastlake in Parkland on a wet field, but it didn't water down the quality of this one. First quarter, Parkland up 7-3, and it's Joe Enriquez with an 86-yard touchdown run, probably his best run of his young career, and they would go up and take the lead. Later, Parkland up 14-3, and in the second quarter, Damian Solis is going to find Reynaldo Flores right here for the 25-yard strike into the end zone, wide open. Eastlake just down 14-11, but back comes Parkland. Matt Porras right here is going to get the handoff, and he's bouncing outside, and he's going 68 yards to the end zone, but it's Eastlake who comes back to win 32-21, a huge, huge win for the Indians.
Another big game. Las Cruces taking on Oñate at the Field of Dreams. Again, Oñate has to win to get into the playoffs. First play of the second half, it's already 41-19 Las Cruces. And now the quarterback, Tony Herrera, is going to fumble. Jeremy Chavez recovers for Las Cruces. And the Bulldogs will cash in. Peyton Ball is going to score right here with a good move to the outside. He's going to find the end zone, and that's going to make it 47-19 Cruces. Oñate trying to get something going, but Herrera picked off by Brian Saenz. And again, Las Cruces knowing what to do with this. Next play, Cameron Miller. This guy is just an absolute beast. Didn't have him last year for a good chunk of the season, and he is gone. He had 201 yards on the ground and 5 touchdowns. Cruces wins easily 54-19.
And Andrus can clinch a playoff spot with the win over Burgess, and it happened all in the rain. In the first, Burgess punting. The ball goes over the punter's head, and Andrus is going to jump on the ball and recover it on the 10-yard line, putting them in great scoring position. So after a couple incomplete passes and a sack, it's 4th and 25. Are they going to make something happen? You bet they are. Oriantia in the pocket. He finds a wide-open Robert Wiggins, who pinballs his way into the end zone. They take the 6-0 lead after a missed PAT. So later in the first, after an Eagles interception, Oriantia again from the pocket. He's going to find his favorite receiver, Tristan Cooper, in the corner of the end zone. He holds on to the catch despite the rain, and the Eagles go on to win 14-10, your final score.
Hanks trying to jump back into the playoff picture in 2-5A, hosting Del Valle, and look at the rain emptying out the stands out there. Del Valle trailing 7-6 until Jason Morales fights his way into the end zone for a touchdown, and Del Valle leads 12-7. Hanks stayed in this game for a while, and the Knights did it with defense. Jacob Diaz with the interception, and he gets a good long return, but it is Del Valle who fights off a scrappy Hanks team, 18-13, the final score. All right, well, Americas clinches a playoff spot with a win over Coronado. The game was delayed for over an hour because the lights went out at the stadium, and Coronado used that time wisely. Look at the sick move right there by Jose Luis Herrera. Beautiful. And then he's not done. He's going to take this to the outside for the touchdown.
Almost the same move.
And it is 7-0 Coronado. And they're not done. Angelo Donatelli, he's going to score from 3 yards out. Coronado jumps on Americas 14-0, but would you know, we had to leave early because of the power outage, and Americas came back and won. This game just went final, 21-20. Americas tops Coronado. So a thrilling finish right there.
A lot of good games. But, you know, last week's social media director, Adrian Medina, he promised us free pizza. He said it. We were there. All our loyal viewers heard it. Will he keep his promise?
Yeah, I mean, we know he's going to hook up someone, probably some lucky viewers. That's what he does. But yes, Adrian, is this the week we finally get hooked up? You did say it. People have DVR.
You did.
We have archives. So are you going to hook us up, or are you going to make like Winter and Flake?
I'm going to make like Winter and Flake. Well, I'm giving them out to our viewers first before anything else, because quite honestly, they deserve it just for watching us every single week. We got 2 more weeks left, and I tell you what, they're giving us a lot of content right now. As you can see right behind me, we get some great content for senior night over at the SAC. But quite honestly, what I want you to do right now, I need you to go on your phones, on your desktop, on laptop, on Facebook. I want you to go and enter to win Peter Piper Pizza. We only got 2 more weeks of this after this, and I want everybody to have a chance to win. If you guys did have your name called before, I need you guys to go ahead and make sure that you guys call us next week, and make sure you pick up your pizzas. As soon as we run out of pizzas, these guys get them. Okay, these guys will get the pizzas if you guys don't come pick them up. So you get the leftovers.
That's fair.
I hand out punch and pie all the time, and I can't get like a pizza for.
We just need to find another Adrian.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm kidding. We love you. I'm joking.
Don't worry. But you know, though,
I love you.
it's funny you should say that, because we do have another Adrian. Everyone's favorite blitzer, A to the O, Adrian Ochoa, joins us next. Adrian was at a big ball game, Bowie High School, for a critical game between El Paso and Bowie. We've also got the War of the Week. That's coming up next on the Borderland Blitz.
Stay with us. Welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I am Luke Liddon, and you should be sitting on a donut to match my height.
Dude, why you gotta go there, man? You need to come down to my level, all right? I'm Danny Mata. The ladies tell us he's by far the best-looking member of our Borderland Blitz team, which means this must be a popular segment. The third member of our Borderland Blitz team, my man Adrian Ochoa, joins us on the Borderland Blitz. What's up, Lady Killer?
Hey, what's going on, guys? With just one more week left in the regular season, it's do or die for most teams looking to make the playoffs. In District 15A, two teams on the cusp of securing a spot squared off tonight. The Bowie Bears and the El Paso Tigers are both 3-3 in district play. El Paso came into the night on the outside looking in, so a win would get them back in the race. To Bowie High School we go, where it was senior night, but the Tigers were looking to rain on the parade, as Mother Nature did as well. The rain was a big factor in this. The bands and cheerleaders had to make an early exit, but the game started right on time. On the opening kickoff, El Paso's Matt Teran will lose his footing a bit on the slick field, but no worries. He finds the open space. Run, Matt, run! A nice return, but he gets taken down at the 48-yard line. The drive for El Paso would stall, though, but on El Paso's second drive, Bowie's defense comes up big. The ball gets tipped, and it's intercepted by Kevin Hernandez. And the Bears wasted no time taking advantage. 11 yards out, the handoff to Eric Pichardo. Looks like he's going to get taken down at the 1, but a second burst gets him in for 6. Bowie up 6-0 because the extra point was no good. In the second quarter now, El Paso would respond here. Bowie about to punt, and it gets blocked. Now it's a scramble for the ball. The ball ends up in the end zone. The Bears would recover it. The problem is they recover it in the end zone, and that's a safety. El Paso now trails 6-2, but it would get the Tigers going, though. On the next drive for El Paso, Tiger QB Anthony Escobedo will hook up with Angel Levesque. Angel welcome to end zone city, dragging in the Bowie defender in there with him. Tigers take the lead up 9-6 at the half. But in the end, no one was going to rain on Bowie's parade. The Bears get it done, 30-23 over El Paso. Bowie now improves to 4-3 in district play. Now that's good news for Bowie, whose playoff hopes are very much alive now, and next week they get their rival Jefferson to wrap up the season. As for El Paso, it's going to be tough for them to get in. They get the Chapin Huskies to close out the season. The Huskies, of course, own District 15A and are undefeated in district play. So I'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. Thank you, Adrian. This district has been absolutely crazy this year, which is kind of what we expected. Yep. We knew 1-6A and 1-5A. It's crazy. We'll see you next week. Now, I want to make sure we take some time to relax a little bit because we've got all this stuff about importance of the games. It's getting to be a little bit too much.
I know just the thing that will solve that. The segment guaranteed to make you smile because, quite frankly, it's the best. It's time for the War of the Week, and I was there for this one, and it was hands down the best battle. Take a look.
What's up, guys? I'm Brittany Carlock, and it's time for that part of the show, the part with the most action, at least in my opinion, with the cheerleaders on the sideline. This week we have two new teams making their appearance for the War of the Week. Let me introduce you to the first team. To my right are the Austin Panthers. Now I'm going to hand it off to another member of the Blitz crew. Let me introduce you to Amy Solis.
Hello, I'm here with the Cathedral Eagles.
Let's go! Let's go!
Ladies, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Cathedral.
Eagles have it great. Come on, Eagles, let's go. Come on, Panthers. They're fighting. They're fighting. It's at a standstill for now. Austin looks like they're taking it back. Come on, Austin. They're taking it back. It's at a standstill. Come on, ladies. Austin looks like they're going to make a comeback. Come on, Austin. They almost got it. And Austin has it. And Austin takes it for tonight. Back to you guys at the studio.
That was 1 inch. It was right there.
You're right on it. That was a terrific comeback by Austin. By the way, also, ladies and gentlemen, Amy Solis, they're great. She also
debut, yeah.
she made her debut along with Brittany. She does such a great job for us working behind the scenes. It's absolutely fantastic.
That was incredible. But you know, we got to get our mind off the War of the Week because we got plenty more highlights.
Yeah, Bel Air is also trying to get back into the playoff race in 2-5A. Horizon winless in district play, but has a chance to play spoiler. Let's go to Horizon High School. And again, right here, we get a touchdown run by Jesus Contreras. That makes it 7-0. Bel Air quickly. And then Bel Air, more Contreras, this finding Jorge Rascon, who gets in to make it 14-0, and Bel Air gets the win they so desperately needed to stay in the playoff picture, 30-22 over Horizon.
And on now to the Eastwood-Socorro game. This game was actually, we're going to jump ahead to the Eastlake Riverside game. Falcons can win District 2-5A if they win out. In the first, Eastlake striking first as Adrian Chavez going to get the pitch on the trick play. He just gets into the end zone to make it 7-0. And later in the second, even with the rain, the Falcons knocking on the door. But Alex Vasquez in the Wildcat formation, but he is stuffed like a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. Thank you, JC, for that line. That big third down stop forced Eastlake to kick the field goal in the 10-0 lead. Falcons go on to win easily, 43-19. And we're going to jump ahead now to Jefferson, trying to keep its slim playoff hopes alive against Irvin.
And right here we get a long touchdown run in the third quarter by Jesse Esteban. Look at that.
80 yards.
80-yard touchdown run. Boy, homeboy, I'm surprised he had any. 20-7, and Jefferson goes on to win the ball game, 20-13, their final score. Mayfield taking on Gadsden, and the Trojans wasted no time. You know, Isaac Vance missed some time earlier this year. Well, he's back, and he's still tough to stop. He's in the space right there, and he is gone. 6-0 Mayfield, just like that. Is it just me, or does Vance seem like leaner, maybe even a little bit taller?
Yep, always.
It might just be me. This is unfair, by the way. Another touchdown by Vance that makes it 12-zip. Mayfield scores 3 touchdowns on his first 6 plays. Actually, Isaac Vance scored 3 touchdowns on his first 6 plays. This is the third one right here, and the Trojans go on to win it easily. Beautiful catch by Vance, and Mayfield blanks Gadsden 55-0.
And he even got both feet in bounds, not one, but both. That's impressive.
Exactly.
He's a stud.
Oh, he's terrific. And Mayfield, like, they're getting healthy. They're back into
Want
a
some
rhythm.
more punch and pie. Huh?
They got a big game.
I know,
Cruces coming
they do.
up.
We're only halfway through the show, and there are still plenty of big games left on the menu.
Including all of the shenanigans in District 2-3A. Fabens hosting first place. Andrus trying to move up in the playoff picture. That is coming up next on the Borderland Blitz.
Welcome back. We got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I am Luke Liddon.
And I'm Danny Mata. You know, Fabens is sitting in 4th place, which is good for the final playoff spot, but Mountain View is looming, and Fabens has a tough task. Fabens hosting first place Andrus. Andrus has not lost since September 25th. So let's go. Yes, let's go to Fabens High School. Yeah, here it is right here. Now, Fabens going for the touchdown, but Keegan Thompson is having none of that, and he is going to break a tackle, work his way down the sideline, and homeboy is gone. Running like the class bully is chasing him. 100 yards for the pick 6, and Andrus takes care of business. Final score in this one, 46-14.
Can someone say some punch and pie, maybe?
Maybe.
How did Mountain View fare? The Lobos take on Cathedral in the second. Mountain View's Jorge Martinez takes the handoff, and he's going. Jerome Bettis on those youngins. 40 yards for the score. Mountain View goes up 7-0. And still in the second, Clifton Molina is going to get the handoff. He goes in the end zone untouched. Tack on another 7 to the board. Mountain View wins easily 60-6.
All right, well, we've got Sanelli and Clint. Right, we have a little bit of a story on this week because Clint, we know how big of an important situation it is for them to win. Sanelli's trying to jump back into this whole thing, so that district is getting a little bit crazy. So who is going to come out and pick up that key playoff win? Let's go over to Clint High School.
We can get it for you, maybe. If not, we're going to have to flash back to yesterday. But let's get one of these highlights.
Oh, there we go. There's the Clint game. And this is Leo Gonzalez. They call him the Lion. He scores right there, and that puts Clint ahead 42-7, and Clint takes care of business exactly as we figured they would. It is Clint going on to take this ball game. Everybody's happy. Final score, 42-7.
So now let's flash back to yesterday. Canotillo taking on Austin, and the Eagles struck right from the first drive. Aaron Moya is going to take the handoff. He's cutting back inside, makes a man miss right there, gets into the end zone. Eagles take the 7-0 lead. But really, they were just getting started. The very next drive, Danny Alvarez hits Joey Paz on the slant, 24 yards, gets in the end zone so easily to 14-0. In a second, it was more Eagles. Joe Gutierrez taking the handoff, bounces outside, and no one is going to get him. Turns on the speed, follows his blocks, the speed, incredible. That makes it 21-0, 70-plus yards. Canotillo goes on to win this one, 35-0 after they decided to call this one after weather.
Centennial lost only 2 games last year, both to Belen. Dante Lopez, the Hawks were out for revenge, and they could clinch district with a win. Opening drive of the game, Centennial strikes. Bryce Rewalt takes the handoff on the jet sweep, and he is gone. 21 yards to the house, 7-0 Centennial. Later in the quarter, we are tied at 7. Lopez hits Zeke Herrera with a short touchdown pass that makes it 14-7 Centennial. And later, we're still in the first quarter, and Hawks strike again. Lopez to chase Austin for the touchdown pass that makes it 21-7. And Centennial hounds Belen 48-28. Not only do they get revenge, but they now are your District 3 5A champions.
Congratulations. Now let's take a look at some of the scores from across the region. Clovis topping Alamogordo 24-14.
All right, moving right along, we had Hobbs over Carlsbad 56-48. And then we had Ira Ann knocking off Van Horn 59-0. Boy, very impressive win for Ira Ann.
And Los Lunas over Chaparral easily 41-6.
And moving right along, Hatch Valley. Boy, Hatch Valley go right back to what they were doing. They're district champions now, a perfect 10-0 season because they're off next week. They win 55-0 over Hot Springs. Absolutely impressive. Well, Hatch Valley.
How about that? Never shut up.
Look, that's my favorite to win state in New Mexico for the class. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic. All right, so we still have so much more to get to in this in the Blitz, and I think we still have pizza to give away, don't we?
We still have pizza to give away. We got a lot going on.
We got all kinds of stuff going on. Is AJ Medina, is he out there? I forget that he's involved in this show because he never hooks us up with pizza. So I'm just going to assume that we're going to go to him. I mean, I can see him, but I really don't want to.
There he is.
I really just don't want to talk to him. I want to pretend he's not really part of this show because he promised us, and then he totally didn't deliver. So, yeah, go ahead. Go.
Really?
Take it away.
It's like that. Is it? That's how it is. All right. Well, let's just go to social media. You know, for what it's worth here, guys. I'll get you some pizza a little later. How about that? First off, we have some senior night over at the SAC as El Dorado. We got a couple of photos actually sent in from. Here's one from Kelly. It looks like her son over at the actual game. Some pictures of the actual Montwood game. There was a game Friday against Eastwood. Varsity supporting the Bel Air varsity, actually supporting the JV and the freshman teams. You know, they're pretty proud of that kind of stuff. You know, I love these shots. If you guys can get more of these shots, the Friday night lights, the overall picture. You know, there's nothing like it. That really tells me more than anything. Here's some Eastlake photos from the actual game, the coin flip right before. And then we actually have a band photo. I'm shocked. We've never gotten a band photo, guys. For the first time, I'm actually happy. But we've only got 2 weeks left, and I'll be honest with you, I have to sneak in one of these because I need to push this. We currently have a Halloween costume contest, and you guys can actually enter photos at KVIA.com. But for now, let me go ahead and give away some pizza. First winners are, we got Andrew Reyes, 79936, Ashlyn Colon, 79932, Edgar Perkins, 79924, and Paulina Galaviz, 88081. Congratulations, we'll be calling you on Monday, and back to you guys.
Adrian, thank you, and that Snow White picture, that was adorable.
Yeah, it was
That's a winner right there in my book.
Man, we didn't think to dress up. Man, I wonder if we can find a makeshift Halloween costume.
I bet after the break we can figure something out.
We might find something. We got all kinds of stuff here. By the way, when we come back, we'll update the playoff picture, and we'll find out who got the punch and pie. The play of the night is coming up next on the Borderland Blitz. Welcome back to the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Integrity Kia. I'm Danny Mata, and he is a giant chicken.
And I cannot see, I can't see anything, so you're going to have to...
You can't see anything?
I can't. I'm just going with, this is what my career's come to. It's Halloween. Just enjoy it. You got to take this, though. I can't.
We'll update the playoff picture in just a moment, but first we have some dessert that needs to be handed out. It is time for our play of the week from Week 9. We go to the sack. This was a huge game for Eastlake, and Adrian Chavez disappeared in the biggest game. Then he reappeared right there. 48-yard touchdown run, one of 3 first-half touchdowns for him. And for that, we made sure to hook him up with some punch and some pie. Congratulations to Adrian Chavez, the Borderland Blitz play of the night.
I got a little fuzz on my face from that. That was a good play, though. I couldn't.
Did you even see it?
I saw only half of it,
Yeah,
but
I don't know how much of it you saw.
Let's just get to the standings.
All right, guys, let's go through the score. 70-28, El Dorado knocks off Parkland. 21-20, Americas over Coronado. Socorro and Eastwood, that game was postponed because of weather. They're going to play at the SAC tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll get you highlights in Saturday's show. Eastlake knocks off Riverside 43-19.
And moving right along, we have Isleta over Parkland 32-21, Bel Air over Horizon 30-22, Del Valle getting a close win over Hanks 18-13, and Andrus over Burgess 14-10.
Moving right along, we've got Bowie over El Paso 30-23, big win for Bowie. Jefferson edges Urban 20-13, Canapio blanks Austin 35-zip. Andrus over Fagans 46-14.
And Clint over San Eli 42-7, Mountain View over Cathedral 60-6. Ozona over Anthony in overtime 21-14, and Denver City shutting out Tornado 61-0.
And moving right along, we had Ira and 59-zip over Van Horn. Mayfield 55-0 over Gaston. Oñate probably out of the playoffs. They lose 54-19 to Las Cruces. And Valencia 50-8 over Santa Teresa.
And Belen losing to Centennial 48-28. Clovis over Alamogordo 24-14. And Hobbs over Carlsbad 56-48, your final.
All right, and moving right along, Hatch Valley is the district champions and unbeaten, 55-0 over Hot Springs. Los Lunas 41-6 over Chaparral. Full list of scores available on our website, KVIA.com. Here's District 1 6A standings. These are not complete because we know Eastwood still has to play, but Americas, they're 4-1. El Dorado clinches a playoff spot today. Montwood 3-2. Franklin 3-2. Again, Eastwood still has to play Socorro tomorrow, and we know Coronado's 1-5. Yeah.
And moving along in District 1-5A, Chapin at the top, undefeated in district play. Andrus close behind at 6-2 in district play. Bowie, they did, yep, 4-3 with Bowie, and as you see in the middle of the pack, Canapio, El Paso still trying to find their groove, and Urban and Austin at the bottom of District 1-5A.
Moving over to 2-5A, Eastlake is 1 win away from clinching 2-5A outright. Del Valle right behind him at 5-1. Isleta at 4-2, and then Parkland and Bel Air still, both of them, trying to make some noise and get into that playoff picture. So still some things to be decided there. So we do this every single week, and where we go look at our most impressive team from the night. There's a lot of teams to choose from. Yet again, who's your most impressive?
There are a lot of teams to choose from. I'm going to take El Dorado. Flat out, our game of the week. They just dominated Franklin. They put up 70 points once again. I know they did it earlier in the season, but I'm going to take El Dorado. What about you?
I totally think that El Dorado was fantastic. I think that Las Cruces, Oñate was really neat. They were desperate for a win. They had to get one. Oñate came out, played very well, did what they had to do, very impressive. They got Mayfield next week.
Yeah, that'll be a great one.
Game of the week next week. Folks, thank you for making us a part of your night. He's Luke Liddon. I'm Danny Mata for Adrian Ochoa and the entire Blitz crew. We'll say good night. Have a great weekend. This has been the Borderland Blitz.
Happy Halloween.
Visit us on the web